want to introduce you to Freddie the Frog.
Oh.
Now, you might not know it, but my first name is Frederick. And my friends learned about this when I was young, and they called me Freddie the Frog. Frederick. See, the Rick comes off the end. So, this little frog and I. But I'm really not Freddie the Frog. This frog, though, does love to jump. Oh, my goodness, this frog is just so jumpy. And there's joy in jumping. There's joy in jumping in this way. So, Freddie, you just stay right there, okay? You okay? Good. So, Freddie the Frog, there's a joy in jumping. And I'd like to suggest, like the illustration, that we can be like the frog that's put in the pan of water. You've heard this illustration before, right? And you can turn up the water, the temperature under the water, and a frog's body is designed to accommodate itself to the temperature of the water. And so if you put Freddie the Frog into some cool water, he'll swim around, he'll enjoy it. And if you turn up the heat, he'll stay there. And as the water gets hotter and hotter, eventually he'll cook to death. Because he doesn't recognize he's in danger. But if you dropped him into boiling water, he'd jump right out. So I'd like to suggest that as our Western culture is deteriorating, as it's crumbling rapidly, and it is, and I can give you the stats on it. It's when you look at divorce, when you look at crime, actually, when you look at abortion, and how America has led the world in abortion. So we've slaughtered 65 million babies. The world has now slaughtered 2 billion babies. And 20 years ago, this was almost unheard of. And again, we live in a pornified world. The church does need to talk about the reality of sexual temptation, sexual sin. And so just in your lifetime, the internet has emerged. Pornography on the internet has emerged. Pornography has led to a great acceleration in human trafficking because people get trapped and they want to live out what they're seeing and they're willing to pay for sex. And so our world is in a huge crisis right now. And that parallels the increase of earthquakes. It parallels the increase of wars. It parallels the fact that the Russians are literally at the border of Israel right now. And the Israelis can look down on the Golan Heights and there's the Russian army prophesied in Ezekiel 38. The signs of the time are upon us. But we can just get used to another degree. But we're cooking. We're dying. So I want to say, let's jump. There's joy in jumping. Let's break out of the mold. Let's not let our culture seduce us and cook us. Let's decide that we're not going to follow Romans 12. It says, don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so I want to talk about warm frogs that jump today. Oh, very biblical topic. Freddie, you feel good? Yeah, he's all right. All right. So we're used to living in a lukewarm society. Yes. We are being gradually cooked. And the problem is we're guilty of religious self-deception. You do not know that you are. We think we are rich and wealthy. I'm quoting Revelation 3. But you do not know. And so we just have to leap out of the pot. We have to decide, I am not going to let culture. We're going to finish with Revelation 3, by the way. So we'll look at it a little more carefully. I'm just not going to sit and let culture cook me. Amen? Amen? Let's recognize that there's danger in the pot. And there's danger in accommodation. And any type of being conformed to this world. And it wants to squeeze us into a mold. But then the Bible says the love of Christ also conforms us, it forms us. So that's the mold we want to be fitting into.